What's up guys, we're back with another video. Last week, Epic Game Store released PC Building Simulator as the free game. I've seen this played a bunch of times. My friends have played it. I've never really done it. I've been building PCs for something like 26 years, so I didn't have a ton of interest in it. But we're going to go through it anyway so we can see just how good this really is. From what I've seen, it's pretty accurate. They have a ton of product in here of actual real products, like real cases, real graphics card, real motherboards. So we'll see how accurate this is. If it's something that you could use, like if you've never built a PC before, could you use this to get a basic understanding? From what I've seen so far, I'm going to say yes, but we'll go ahead and go through the process of it. I've gone through the first 2 days of the career mode just to get through the basic stuff where it's like a tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and jump in here on day 3, and we have a bunch of things in the queue to work on. Okay, so this is your shop. As I understand it from the story, it's a failing PC shop that has basically no money left. But when you start in here, you have no money to work with, and you basically have to go into debt, which isn't much. It's like 250 bucks or something, just to get the first couple jobs done. But you can see that you can actually upgrade and have other stations, and apparently a storage cubby. So the first thing we're going to do is go in here and check our emails. This guy's doing an upgrade to 16 gig of RAM. Apparently he has 2 GB and 4 RAM slots on his current motherboard. So we'll go ahead and accept this one. And then let's go ahead and go to the shop and order some RAM. But we're just going to order this cheap stuff. We'll get that ordered. This is just a virus removal one, so we'll accept that. Okay, so she wants us to replace her air cooler. If it needs to be replaced, she wants to do it with the cheapest one. Because she can't afford anything fancy. So we can get parts same day. I think we'll wait. We know it's a Martoni Thermal 100, but we'll wait and see if it's actually broken or not before we order a part for that one. This guy wants to upgrade to 16 gig of RAM. We can look at his PC stats, and he's got a Team Group T-Force Dark Silver 8 GB, so we could order that. A memory Dark Silver, yeah, 2666. So we'll order another one of these, and then go ahead and accept it. Accept this one because we forgot to do that. And then that's pretty much it for the day. It's kind of weird, like you'll come in for a day and then you'll have to just accept a bunch of stuff that will show up tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and end the day, and then we'll go back to work. And it looks like, so today's the first day that we've actually also got emails in our queue. So we're going to go ahead and accept our new parts. Okay, so this is the one, the first email that we got. So we'll go ahead and pick this one up. Remove the side panel. And then we'll go ahead and install the new RAM. Oh. Well, that's pretty accurate. Okay, so we got our RAM in there. Then we're going to put the side panel back on. and just make sure it boots. Oh, I suppose it would help if you actually plugged it in. Cool, it works, powered off. Just don't even bother unplugging anything. Yep. What's this one? Remove viruses. Okay, and then we need to install our USB. And power it on. Install our virus software. Gotta reboot. Holy moly. And this is why you don't surf porn, kids. Well, that was quick money. Oh, this thing is dirty. We're going to go ahead and just clean this one, even though he didn't really ask us to. It's bitter. So we need to do RAM, but we just need to install. So we'll open another slot, which, so this is interesting because typically you would do like slot 1 and 3 for memory when they're pairs, and then 2 and 4. So I'm curious if this is actually going to care if we just stick it in the next slot. Because usually if you look at your motherboard manual, it's going to tell you not to do this, but it didn't seem to care in the game. So we're going to go ahead and power it on. Oh yeah, we got to put the cables on. So I wonder if that's something that they do later on. That they bring that in. No, turn off. Man, this one's dirty too. This is the one where the PC cooler isn't working. So we're gonna go ahead and we need to remove the back panel too. This one actually did ask us to clean it out. Okay, so that's done. Need to look at, okay, so it is plugged in. So we'll go ahead and remove this, and then we'll get a replacement for it. We'll just order it same day. Add to cart, and then we'll ask for same day delivery, which we paid more for it, but whatever. So I'm not sure if it says that it thinks it's broken, if it's always broken in this game or not, or if you actually have to diagnose it at times. But So that ended up costing a lot more than it should have just because of the shipping charges, but that's fine. Oops, we got to put the side panels back on. That finishes the work for today. So we'll see what we have in the queue. Oh, we got to collect these. So on this one, because I waited and I did the same day delivery, I actually got screwed on my profits because you don't get paid for the shipping charges. That's fine. So we can discard this, this, and this, and this. So he hasn't been taking care of his PC. He needs it cleaned up. There's not much air coming out the back. Could it be blocked? Okay. He's basically just asking for to clean it. So we'll go ahead and take that one. And this is just an advertisement of new products and add. So we got one coming in tomorrow. And then that's it. I didn't even turn on the lights. Maybe I'm saving power in a way. Because you do have to pay utility bills. Go ahead and end the day. Go back to work. Pick this up to clean it. Okay. So that's clean. I mean, why you need to test whether or not it can boot just for cleaning it is bizarre. Maybe you're going to figure out it overheats still. Strike back, go. Okay. Just going to power that off. Oh, we got to put those side panels back on. That completes the work for today, but let's see what we got in the queue. Okay, so this is a more in-depth one. Replace the motherboard. So he currently has a Martoni H170 M-Tech. And the cart. Let's see what else we got. Apply thermal paste, run 3D Mark. Okay. Power King 600 or better. So he needs a new power supply. Okay. So we got these two things ordered. Accept that. Make sure they're all accepted. And then we're done for the day. I don't even bother turning on the lights. But whatever. Utility bills are due soon. Okay, so another clean out. That's fine. Due tomorrow. This guy's looking to upgrade. Team group parts are really good. So he wants team group. What does he have currently? So he just needs another stick of 2400 megahertz RAM. So T-Force Dark Silver. Memory. That's 4 gig. We want 8. There it is. Get that delivered. Okay. Get our parts. And this is the one where you replace the motherboard. We have to remove pretty much everything. Move all our cables. we'll go ahead and... What? Not what I wanted. Are we removing or installing? I don't want to take the pegs out. What the fuck? Okay. So... it's the same motherboard. You wouldn't take the standoffs out. But okay, we'll take the standoffs out because that makes sense. This would, you don't only do this if you were doing some different type of motherboard that didn't use pretty much standard locations for standoffs. So that's weird. So it's pretty standard. Like if you're doing an ATX board to an ATX board, they're pretty much standard. Like the placement for the standoffs is pretty standard. 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. So it's weird that they want you to remove the standoffs to replace the motherboard, especially when you're putting the same motherboard back in. But that's fine. Okay. So we'll go ahead and install the CPU. Close the lid. And then we'll need to do thermal paste. And then install the CPU cooling. We need to put the RAM back in. Oh, we gotta open it first. And then the graphics card. Cool, it boots. Get this out of here. Okay, so we need to do the power supply and then run 3D Mark. Go ahead and remove the side panel. This is removing the cage that holds the power supply in. But then we're gonna have to undo all the cables as well. We'll undo all these cables. And then now we can remove the power supply. Install our new one. And then we have to install the mount plate. We have to install the cables. And I hope they have something so that you don't have to constantly do these cables here. I mean, in real life you would do that, but it's tedious in the game. Go ahead and run 3D Mark. Damn. A whopping 15 FPS, huh? Ooh, 16. It's crazy some of the stuff they licensed because they have a lot of parts from real companies in here. And software. Well, 24. I don't know what he's hoping to do on this, but it ain't much. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so we need to apply thermal paste and then run 3D Mark again. So remove this. Move the CPU cooler. Install thermal paste. Install the CPU cooler again. Power it on. And run 3D Mark. What an awkward background. Oh, we need to install our USB drive. Okay. You don't really need to reboot for that, but okay. Go ahead and run 3D Mark. Jesus. 5 frames, huh? Is this what people are gaming on? This is brutal. Do you actually have to go through this all the way? Oh man. I don't want to cancel it, because if I cancel it and then I have to start it again. Oh, thank God. Okay. So collect. Oh, okay. So review site. 5 stars. Discard, discard, discard. We leveled up. Ooh. This is the guy that got you into this and has this shop in the state that it's currently in. I like how he's telling us that we need to get our star rating up. When we got here, you had nothing, so... And more parts are unlocked. In transit, and in transit. So we're going to go ahead and call it here, guys. I will not be playing this one. I've been building computers long enough that I don't need to be playing a video game about building them. But if you've never built a computer before, this is probably a good place to dip your toe into it. But understand that there are some things that are inaccurate. Like you wouldn't remove the standoffs for the motherboard to replace it with the same motherboard. That part is weird. Also, the placement of the RAM seems to be inaccurate because it wouldn't just go on the 2 slots next to each other. Typically they're spaced out. So 1 and 3 or 2 and 4. So as long as you keep that in mind, is that the things that are in here aren't completely 100% accurate, I think it's fine for learning on. I would say dip your toe in. If you enjoy it, then maybe consider building a real computer. My recommendation would be that get somebody you know who has built one and built one right, and then use that person to help you build your own computer. And that's probably the best way to learn how to do it. But for me, this one will just go into my collection. I don't have a need to build more computers than I already have, and I definitely don't need to be doing it in a video game. If you enjoyed this video, if you could hit that like button for me, I would appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.